Hey guys, it's Kat. Welcome back. So as most of you know, November was NaNoWriMo month. I took part. If you've seen my previous vlogs, should I say, I showed you some of my progress. I'll let you down gently. I didn't win. To be honest, I didn't expect to win because I've done it for 4 years now and I've not won once, including a Camp Nano, so what was to be expected? But I am pleased with the progress I made because I was doing it as a rebel, like I wasn't starting a new story from scratch. I had started 11,000 on my story and I wrote something like 25,000 for Nano itself, so I was quite pleased with that. And I came to about nearly 37,000 words, so I wasn't too disappointed. I had been setting up myself goals, like my first goal was 30,000, my second goal would be to get to 40,000, and obviously if I'd finished it before or at 40,000 then it'd be fine. I would just have to bump it up a lot in the editing process, but obviously if I haven't finished by 40 I'll just keep going until I have, because I'm not stupid. I'm not just going to go at the end. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it, even though I have come to points where I'm stuck and it's getting like I don't know how to get past this stage, and I've already had to sort of skip bits because there's been other scenes that I wanted to write since I was stuck on the last bit. Of course, now I've written those scenes and I'm just like, how am I going to join this up? And I don't know how else to write it. The points where I'm best at are like dialogue and generally like the characters talking and stuff, but all in one place. Not really. I'm not so good at having the characters move around because you then have to describe what they're doing, and I'm terrible at description. I mean, okay, I can be, depends on my mood. Like, I started this story off like, I don't know, obnoxiously doing like metaphors and all that stuff, and by chapter 3 I think it was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna write. The first chapter's all fancy and stuff, and then it just declines in quality as you go along. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with what I'm doing. If you want to know, I'll tell you about the story if you're interested. It's a magic story, like teen sort of finding yourself story. The main characters are Jane and Dominic, though Jane is the one that is essentially, it's kind of, she is the main character, but there's two POVs going throughout it. Each chapter is like, it goes Jane, Dominic, etc. Jane is obsessed with, well, she was obsessed with magic. I'm not sure if she is anymore now that she knows more about it, but she was obsessed with magic at a young age, and then one day she discovers they've got some new neighbours at the end of their street, which is called Peach Street, which is why the name of the book is called, so far, The Boy at the End of Peach Street, because at the end she finds some new people have moved in, but she's shy, she's awkward, she's not very good at making friends, she's always been a loner, and so she doesn't know how to approach them, so she knocks and then runs away, kind of like as kids do sometimes. So she hides out and she watches them. She never actually sees them. She sees like shadows in the windows and stuff, and she sees like magical smoke coming out the chimney and all that. She doesn't really know that it's magic. She's 10 years old. She doesn't know what it is. She's like, ooh, pretty colours. So yeah, and then when she's 15, the story jumps. So when she's 15, she's like going to school, it's raining, and this boy comes along with an umbrella, and it's like, hi, I'm Dominic, and it turns out he's the one that lives at the end of Peach Street. So the story kind of progresses, like they become friends, and then she finds out he has magic, and it's like, yeah, it's a kind of coming of age story, but I'm not very good at that kind of thing, so it's just whatever it is appearing to be. I've tried to include a bit of romance. I've tried to include some like action. There's demons in this as well. There aren't any angels, but there's demons. There's like mages, which is what the people with magic are. Mages have gone bad, so they've kind of gone sort of demonesque, but that's still in the process of me figuring what the hell that is all about. There's like a council who are in charge of keeping everyone under control, and it's like, just, I've kind of subconsciously collected elements of all different stories that I enjoy, and even like supernatural, like tiny elements of that, and just bombed it all together. And it's like, it's something I would want to read. Obviously, if it was in better condition, I'd want to read it. Right now, it is in the stage of, what the fuck is this mess? But I mean, I don't know, I like it. The thing is, I've had this stage of writing in all my other stories where I've been like, I really enjoy this, I love it, I'm proud of it. And then some point I've kind of neglected it and stopped. I found a story that I'd been writing in like 2012, I think it was. I think I'd edited bits and pieces beyond that, but it was up to like 43,000 words and wasn't even finished. But at the same time, I think I lost love with it, but I still kind of miss it. If that makes sense? Like, it's a story that isn't isn't at the center of my like imagination at the moment, but the characters in it, in that story, are like still very close to me. Like, there's maybe not the main characters, but there was a character called Ariel. There's a character called Ariel that I really enjoyed, and I think in a sense I've kind of added her kind of personality to another character in this story, Peachtree, as I'm nicknaming it. So my favourite characters are Annie, Annabelle as she prefers to be called, but everybody calls her Annie, and she is the stepsister of Dominic, and she is just like my favourite one. Every time she's around, I just love writing her because she comes out with the sassiest like retorts, and she's so sarcastic and doesn't give a shit. Like, she's mean to Dominic, but in the sense of like, I don't think she would ever do anything. I don't think she would ever kill him, even though she's on like this rampage of like, I want revenge kind of thing for something that happened when she was younger. But it's like, she's jealous of him, but at the same time I think she really cares for him, because in a sense they are all they've got together since their parents are always away. And oh my god, don't even get me started on the parents, they're just obnoxious. Yeah, so I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail because obviously I'm still in the first draft process, but obviously things could still change, who knows, I don't know. It'd be fun, wouldn't it? Like, I hope that I can like mould it into something I'm proud of. I do upload chapters onto Wattpad. If you're interested in reading them, I'll put the link in the description so you can go to it and read or not. I haven't uploaded every single chapter. At least I've got up to chapter 24, and then I'd started doing random scenes, so I'm not sure how that's gonna go, like because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to connect the dots, so to speak. I am gutted I didn't win NaNoWriMo. I'm even gutted I didn't get to 40k, but I'm still going to be writing throughout December. I plan on writing at least 500 words every day, because I added that up and I should have finished by Christmas. Quite frankly, I need to finish by Christmas. I need to at least do this. So I've got 23 days to do 500 words each day, and the thing is, when I'm doing Nano, like I have a site to upload my word count, so I can see the progress and it makes me feel better. When I'm on my own, when I don't have anything like that to do, I slightly slip a bit in my motivation because I don't have, it's like, Nano, it's kind of a competition, so I feel like I have to do this. Like, oh my god, if I don't do this, like, I will never win. Even though I don't win, I still try. Whereas if I don't have that kind of, not stability, but sort of encouragement, like I had forum to go on and the chat room and all that stuff, so I don't have that now, and I'm thinking I should be able to do it on my own, but I can't. Even though I did 11,000 before I did NaNoWriMo, I think it was flowing so well. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Did anyone else do NaNoWriMo? I know a few people on my Twitter one, and every time I saw them post that certificate picture, I was like, congrats, but oh, like jealousy gripped me tight. I want to quote Castiel, like, it gripped me tight and raised me from perdition. If that even makes sense, but yeah, I think people who watch Supernatural will understand that. Anyway, I will stop going on and on and on and on. If you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you've done NaNoWriMo, if you won, if you didn't win, like your progress, let me know how it went and what you plan on doing in December, and I'll get back to you in the next video. Bye!